Woo! Get ready. All right, I dressed for you today. I decided that we needed to have a little bit more pomp and ceremony. So this is kind of like an ancient kimono that I got as an antique. And here's why. Pay attention. I'm really going to ask you all to start acting like the real person that you are. You are a multidimensional starseed being, and there is nothing and no one outside of you that has dominion over you. You only bow down to the Holy Spirit, that is the amazing, energizing energy that runs your vessel. This runs your vessel because we all know that if we took all the solid, materials of humanity, it would go into a sugar cube. I know I repeat that a lot, but it takes 9 to 32 times for any brain to get it. So if there's something greater than you running you, what makes you think that God can't think of ideas better than you can? What makes you think that source is not going to take care of you after living on this somewhat God-forsaken planet all of your years? What makes you think that there isn't everything that you have ever needed or will need that's going to arrive in your world? However, you have free will and you have the right to block it. You have the right to keep yourself in so much terror, fear, mind control, brainwashing, programming, and insecurity that you don't have to take the throne that is waiting for you. You do not have to stand up as a king and a queen who is here to absolutely revitalize and regenerate humanity into the flower that it is here to be. So I'm going to be very clear. From this day, you have the right and you have the ability, the capacity, and the know-how to never again let your mind be hijacked by fear. Never again. Does it mean that you're not going to have feelings? Of course you're going to have feelings. You might be on a roller coaster. You might have moments where you buy into the programming. That's okay. Everybody does that. That's why we have tribe. That's why we have community that lifts us up and holds us in an accountability and a consciousness that we never forsake again. This is go time. I think most of you have recognized that the world has not been a godly, holy place. And we've had technology completely hijack the most valuable resource that we have. Now I want you all to tell me, what's the most valuable resource that we have in this world? Come on, speak up.
Freedom.
What?
Freedom.
Freedom is amazing, but maybe not the most valuable.
I said water.
Energy.
Energy.
Time. Attention.
Air.
Love.
What is the thing that we have in this call right now with each other?
Love.
Consciousness.
We have the human resource. We have the human resource. And everything in our life, especially the last 19 years, has been about discounting human connection, correct? You get that? If the human resource is the most valuable resource, what is running the human? Well, you all know inside of yourself that what's running you is a life force that is more powerful than you. However, you've been drugged, you've been mentally brainwashed, you've been programmed by every single piece of entertainment, you've been indoctrinated to make sure that you don't have healthy relationships, or if you do have a great relationship, a lot of you have been on the pill, and within the time the kid is 2 years old, you've split up because you couldn't smell the right pheromones. Let's just think about what has told us what is good and what is unhealthy. And I'm going to remind you that in this era, forget about just the programming of the last 19 years. In this era, the lie has been held up as the truth, and the truth has been poison. What happens to you when you start doing the work that we do? you become more magnetic. Why? You know, Ruth is the energy that is the mother of all of us. What happened to Ruth? She became ruthless. Look at how the world has been captured by ruthless behavior, less than divine mother behavior. It's been a humiliation to humanity to have all these things occur and no one realize what's happening. So what if today you began to realize that in your hands, you have all the tools you need for complete freedom? And one of the things the boys talk about is that photonic energy is the energy that gives life. What do we do in the technology? We use photonic energy to totally energize the intelligence so that your biological internet comes online. Now, you have the right to poison yourself with TV or coffee or alcohol or sugar or chocolate or bad sex or, you know, whatever toxic chemical you choose. You have the right for that. However, in your hands today, you have the tools to awaken to new levels. So today, I want you to really take a list of your own positive virtues and where is that bank account? My role is to get you integral, congruent, on fire, and stop acting like a victim ever. If you cannot love Hitler and your child and know that all of it lives within inside you, there is no redemption. I know how God's deck of hands is playing out. And fortunately, there's other light workers coming out and informing everybody that it's part of a light worker program that certain individuals are playing out that you have found to be abhorrent or unacceptable to whatever your crazy moderator is. Like, freedom is all that matters from the program. Freedom from you having your own thoughts, beliefs, opinions, and positions. You know, Mastery Series 1 calls, go into those 4 things of suffering. What if you actually utilized, like a good starseed would, to do your own homework, your own banking? Like, how is your forgiveness? I have said this since the entire COVID. Have you actually forgiven every single person that transgressed you? I'm going to talk about the world transgressions in a bit. But let's go personal first. Have you forgiven everybody that fondled you or raped you or took your money or, you know, beat you up or, you know, crucified you publicly? Have you actually done the work to forgive all souls, knowing that all of that resentment resent to me is inside of you and is what causes ailments? That's where illness comes from. Illness comes from negative thinking or emotional, you know, suffocation or suppression, and then it at some point manifests physically. So how's your compassion? How much are you actually able to be of service to other people in suffering? How much have you done your own work? The thing I want you to really begin to understand is, where's your forgiveness, your compassion, your laughter? I am okay with empathy from the place of understanding, not for the place of sympathy. Sympathy means that someone's being victimized. And you know, when it comes to the trafficked children, they are definitely victimized. We need to pray as a community that the right people come to us and allow us to do recovery kits for the people who've really been injured and have played out this last round of satanic ritual. Like they have done something so huge for humanity, just like Judas did for Christ, and all the different parables and, you know, the different stories we've been told. What if most of what you've been told was brainwashing? And what if no one ever actually harmed you? This is a tough one to get through for people who've had, you know, terrible things that they've experienced. I want to know, as a positive virtue banker and the resources of our team, the dream team, you know, we all get better if we team up. I want to know where your real positive virtue bank account is. My forgiveness, 35%. My compassion 85%. My laughter, fun, 40%. How are you ever going to get to compassion when your forgiveness isn't high enough and your laughter and fun is deficient? It's not going to happen. So your new wealth registry is your positive virtues. Are the only things you take with you out of this domain, out of this picture, out of this movie. Your positive virtues. I hope that I get a platform to start teaching integrity around money and morals and ethics and how we, like, you don't give a crazy person a ton of money. They're just going to be more crazy. They're just going to be more angry. They're just going to be more upset. What I want us to do is to start embodying healthy behaviors 24/7, 365, no days off. This is the first day of the rest of your life. You are in total freedom. The only part of you that is hijacked is whatever's being programmed by smart dust, whatever you haven't spent time forgiving and getting out of your organs to get organized and decongest. Remember, kidney, liver, heart, spleen, lungs, or it goes this way. Anyway, maybe I did it backwards. Kidney, fear, generosity. Liver, anger, cruelty, control, kindness. Heart, love, hate. Spleen, worry, insecurity, jealousy, fairness. Lungs, some would say rage, but I'll say grief and sadness and grief, and then courage. All smokers are really brave. They're just super sad. I was a huge smoker, huge. Oh my God, I'd still smoke cigarettes if it wasn't disgusting. I loved it. You know, I loved drugs. I loved all these crazy things that I did to try to find answers. They are done. They are dead. They're over. What terrible habits do you have that degrade your positive virtue bank account, or this beautiful vessel that is the most exquisite, amazing thing that exists in the universe, has access to more feelings, sensations, bliss, ecstasy, awakening than anything else in the universe, anything else. And you have no excuse. However, we're going to go out into groups right now, and you're going to admit, what do? Do you gossip? Do you complain? Do you not forgive? Do you ask others to take charge of your state? Do you inform the world that you're a victim? What do you do? Put the dirt out on the table today, because we are going to burn it up. And it's okay. Everybody's an idiot. Everybody's goofs up. Like, just get over that. We've been together long enough to know that this is the moment when I've told you I am an angel of fire. The fire is lit today. You are not taking victim consciousness with you unless you choose to. Okay, let's do groups. I think 4 groups, 8 minutes. Be responsible, 2 minutes a person. Don't blather on. Confess. What do? Did you all make a choice to burn these impediments right now, right this second? It doesn't mean the muscle won't show up again. It means that hopefully we put so much light on it that you'll be so incredibly uncomfortable, you'll stop yourself, and you will begin the process of recognizing that you have done the very best that you can. You have done the very best that you can at this time. I'm going to say it again. You have done the very best that you can at this time. You've been hogwashed, brainwashed, tarred and feathered, dragged through the mud. It's over. Energy. And what I'm going to do for a minute is that nobody knows, but our chemist is on here today. Danny is listening. And I want you to explain, Dan, why we are, so revolutionary. And what have we done with this photonic light that increases the health of the microbes? Can you speak?
Yes, light is very important to magnify and potentiate the effects of the fermentation. So we use varying frequencies of light when we do the fermentation to increase the yield, increase the speed of fermentation, and increase the quality of the products produced.
And what is it that is special about the photonic light that is different than the light people are used to?
The photon light seems to work at a certain stage of the fermentation better than any other. I think it's a wavelength of 400 to 700 nanometers. This is kind of the red light out of the full spectrum.
Yeah.
And that seems to work in the beginning of the fermentation and get it started. And then as it proceeds near the end, we change the frequency as we go along because it requires different wavelengths at different stages in the fermentation.
Hands in the air, people. Come on. Give it to
All
Danny.
right.
Yeah.
I see everybody. That's great.
Our-
Thank you so much.
Our love and devotion for your absolute giving of your life for humanity to come back to what its true nature is.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm probably lucky to be alive after all I've been through. There must be a reason for my continued existence.
I think so. And I told Dan today, I said, Dan, this is it. This is the signal that I've needed since 2000 that we actually might be able to serve humanity at the place that we are capable of, because we are capable of more than Dan and I ever get to reveal. And what I want you all to know is that there's no more lazy days. There's no more days off. Stop. You can clean up frequencies and vibrations internally. We're going to do a great journey together. And if you are not building your positive virtues, you won't be able to handle the resources that are going to be handed to you. I'm going to say that again. If you are not impeccable and you have an accountability with other people, meaning you're not just in your own head and you think you got it covered. If you are not building the positive virtues at this time, love, laughter, kindness, communication, forgiveness, what other ones? You can list them in the chat room so that we can keep adding to that. And laughter and fun. These are virtues. Laughter and fun, like ecstasy fun. That, you know, community, communication, sexuality, all of these gifts that the source has given us within this vessel. And I was going to say one more thing about the pineal gland. There's tons of videos out there about how it's calcified. Well, guess what? Everything we do, including the one, the name that you all will look up, decalcifies the pineal gland. It's what we do. We do it with everything. Stop worrying about everything that's out there and start doing your food bank with your spiritual homework, with your conscious homework. No more days off. I want to see the gallery view. I want thumbs up that you are actually going to become relentless at building the wealth that source has given you. Relentless. I want to see some, and from today in this vortex, or anyone who watches this later, burn your impediments. Take them out of your vortex. I don't care if you were an addict. I don't care if you were a liar, a Lothario, a cheater. Whatever you were does not have to go forward with you as you totally redeem the exquisite qualities that Source gave you and only you. Your radiant light is what is being called forth right now in the universe. Everything will get redeemed as people get this food bank. Everything will happen. No lazy days. No days off. That's it. You thought you're going to come here and just relax today? No. You're going to become a better person over and over and over again, because it's time for the best version of you to exemplify, testify. We don't have churches anymore. You are the tabernacle. You are the temple, the 5 commandments, the 10 commandments. That's these fingers. Everything will get decoded so you'll actually understand basic instructions before leaving Earth, Bible. There will be new intelligence that will be transmitted so you will understand how to live a good and godly day today. Good and godly. What's the O? Orgasm. Anyway, all of you without that, you're not doing well. Stop acting like it's not a part of you. And think about it. If we're discovering the heinous demonic behavior that captured sexuality out of the sacred act, allowing you and your partners to have authentic pleasure that's not random hookups. Like, I'm not into slut nation. Allowing yourself to begin to appreciate the creative force that lives within you will change the frequency and vibration of everybody you touch. And we all know women are bitches that don't have enough orgasm, and men are stiff boards that don't have anything to share if they don't get sexual connection. Like, let's get real. We have to start talking about this. Why is herpes like 92 million Americans? Because it's sexual guilt. There's a frequency and vibration to every disease. Well, what's going to happen to all of us when 432 megahertz or whatever the number is that is the Tesla frequency that's going to be on all the 5Gs? You think you're not going to be able to overcome something that has looped in your head? No, of course you're going to be able to overcome it. Of course you're going to be able to be the best version of yourself. Start practicing now. I know I'm being fierce today. I don't care. You're fired from laziness. You have a capacity to redeem the light. And when you forget about that ability, you look up Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian forgiveness prayer, Ho'oponopono. Maybe there's more O and O's, I don't know, but look it up and find that simple prayer. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Do it on yourself every day obsessively while you think it's a better idea to hijack your positive virtue. Okay, everybody ready to go into the ring of fire and start to light up? I'm ready for a meditation journey. All right, how did I do? I mean, no laziness, none. You all are star seeds. You would not have found my voice if you're not. Okay, I know I'm so fierce today. I don't mean to be. I'm like so excited. Okay, we're gonna go on a journey and we are gonna ask for the most beautiful transformation of our own consciousness today. We're gonna really embrace a new level of peace and harmony from today. God has this. God always thinks of answers better than you can. You wouldn't even move if a life force greater than you was not moving these hands. I know they're a bit out of control. So, drink water. Dear Heavenly Father and Divine Mother, we ask that all the beings of light come forward to bless and sanctify this exquisite time and space that we share together with the most valuable asset that the Holy Spirit has given us. It is the human resource. It is the sacred circle of these divine light beings that wish to utilize our heart, our light, and our consciousness to radiate new beginnings into this world. There is a convergence of holy light that is pouring into this world today. And each one of you is a transmitter of that light. Do not be concerned if you fall asleep. Do not worry about tracking the words. The energy and the fields are arriving. And now I'm going to ask each of you to activate your figure eights. I shall go through this very quickly. You can look at other videos to get a longer explanation. The first figure eight goes through the left hemisphere of the brain into the right hemisphere, and that cleanses and purifies your own brain, cleaning, decalcifying, activating your pineal gland, opening up your third eye. This is a violet color today. Just imagine that figure eight. The next figure eight is going to go between the brain, the throat, and the heart, and it is magenta, fuchsia magenta, vibrant pink. The next figure eight goes from the brain through the heart into the root or the base of your sacrum, the tip of your coccyx. And this is going to be a green light today. New life, new energy, new organization of your entire organ fields inside, kidney, liver, heart, spleen, lungs. Let the green light trigger new growth, cleansing and healing. The next, I want you to use your intuitive mind. And the top loop is going to go to Father, Son. Breathe in the nose, breathe out to Father. And let that beautiful masculine energy breathe into you. The bottom loop, you are the connector, goes to Mother Earth. Breathe in your nose and breathe out your mouth. And let Mother's energy come up to you. This is an orange light today. It's a beautiful orange figure eight. And with your intuitive mind, the top loop of this next eight connects to all of the universes, known and unknown. And this is a psychedelic loop. This has all the colors like the rainbow, very vibrant, very bright, not soft. And we go through all of the universe And remember, our mind cannot comprehend all of this, so just let your heart drive this meditation today. The bottom loop is all of creation. I'm going to include all that wishes to be created through the vessels that we are. And feel that rainbow. Feel yourself let go of your stationary point of consciousness of your physical body. We're going to activate the different energy bodies right now. The first energy body, 3 to 6 inches outside of the body. And this is going to be a soft sea foam green like the Caribbean Ocean today. Now we go 6 to 12 feet outside of that is the mental body. This is where your identity, your thought of self, your concerns, everything that's about you as a point of identity is registered in the mental body. This is the most vibrant cobalt blue today. And now let go. And way outside the room you're in is your bliss body. It is a mother of pearl white light. It has all the colors included. Allow this white light to radiate this bliss. Bliss doesn't care who you are. It doesn't have any opinion. Let it integrate and educate the mental body. Then let that integrate and educate the energy body. And let all of that go into your physical body. And you're running the figure eights in the brain, through the throat, through the heart, through Father, Mother, and through universe and creation. And feel yourself as a vibrant source of light. I want you to step into your brain right now. In front of you is a beautiful golden door in the brain. Walk through the golden door and run down the spiral staircase. Go really fast through your face, into your neck, into your collarbone, your clavicle. Find yourself on a flat level in front of the heart. Open that golden door, walk through, close it, lock it, and find yourself on a platform. There are 2 enormous guardian angels or beings of light, however they register to you, that work with you, through you, and for you. Call them to you right now. Ask for this profound energy vibration upgrade to be radiated through this intuitive body of self. I'll be silent for 30 seconds. Let them upgrade you as you deserve. Let the fire of God's light burn off all the impediments to your great best self beginning to appear in this matrix. And in your mind right now, see yourself bowing down before the great Creator, the source of your own life and all others. And as you feel that deep connection with Source, Creator, God consciousness, your inner sphere begins to align wire and fire to a God light. With that radiating into you, through you, and around you the whole time, walk to the edge of this platform after this beautiful archangel, your guardian angel light transmission. Come to the edge of this platform, open your arms like wings, fall forward, and find yourself in the tiny space of the heart. Find yourself here with me where time is spherical. We are all connected. This is the moment to crack the shell of the star seed and begin the star blossom, which each and every one of you already are. Allow that seed to crack. Allow the Holy Spirit to come in and swirl divine light amongst us as a circle on this globe right now. All of us in all these different locations, feel a clockwise circle amongst us as the divine light of each of us begins to harmonize in a toroidal field of light. And from this very central focus, we begin a fountain from the center, like connecting to the sides of this circle. And let this fountain of our combined light and the divine essence rain down upon the entire globe, activating the awakening at the level that we are capable as we are in full service to this incredible awakening. We are so honored. We are so humbled. We are so filled with mercy and grace that we are being utilized correctly as a communion of divine light. Feel the raindrops cover each continent of our rainbow light. Feel it touch the soil, touch the traumas of those that are coming out of captivity. Feel it touch all of the amazing team that is orchestrating the cleaning up of this globe. Be not concerned of anything other than donation of your light. God is way smarter, has this operation in hand. Allow yourself to surrender right now and remove all resistance to the light running your life, to the knowing of your intuitive self. And the raindrops touch all of the lands on this globe, and they touch all of the oceans, all the waterways. And let these lights go way deep into the core of the earth, touching even those residents that live in the core of Mother Earth, touching all the life frequencies that go through all of her. And as we fill this globe with this divine light today, I'm going to count to 10. And we're going to see fireworks, feel fireworks of our planted seeds stretch all through the universes and all through creation, and let God see how you can use your mind to create the miracle of this new life, this new existence. So allowing those droplets of color to go all the way to the core of the earth, touching each and every layer. Let your own physical vessel be the earth as well. Let these raindrops touch and rewire and fire your harmonic of the truth of who you are into congruency, into full resonance. 1, 2, 3, you digest the light even more. 4, 5, you let go of all thoughts of any need to do anything. 6, 7, on this day that is a 7, we touch the heart of God that lives within us and sings through us. 8, 9, and 10, fireworks of this beautiful rainbow seed shoot not only through each and every being, each life form, each aspect of God's creation, but off planet into universes, signaling all of the teams that work with us throughout the universes that we have heard, responded, and are showing up for the role we were designed for. And let go of every muscle in the body. Allow yourself to receive the peace that passeth all understanding. Allow yourself to know that the intuitive signal wakes up within you when you make space, when you turn off the programming of the noise. Your biological internet will inform you the more we get it online. You are safe. You are not only loved, you are appreciated beyond words, beyond deeds, and far beyond thoughts. The peace that passeth all understanding is your new home base. It's the new vessel for escorting the vibration of creation into this world. Inside, make a commitment to yourself now if you can. Not only shall I value this vessel, I shall no longer blaspheme my behavior or judge myself, for I recognize in this moment that I had been doing the best that I could, and so are all others. It is with my highest intent, my highest intellect, and my highest heart frequency that I shall rain down upon myself and all others new levels of compassion, forgiveness, kindness, understanding, laughter, fun, joy, expectancy of miracles. I shall now tune myself and attune my mind to an expectation of miracles in each moment. And anything less than that, I shall burn on the fires of the past. I am encouraged that what I have waited for my entire lifetime is occurring now. I shall no longer restrict my loving light anywhere or anytime. And that does not mean that I open my mouth. It means that my very frequency and vibration will radiate into others hopefulness, possibility, perhaps complete awakening, and divine inspiration. I now know that my marching papers are in front of me. And in this moment, in your silence, call forth one of your masters, one of your teachers, one of your guides. Each of you has a message to receive right now. I'll be silent for a couple of minutes. Allow yourself the longest sigh of relief that you've ever uttered in this lifetime. Remember that in each story that you've ever been exposed to, ultimately, God wins. Allow that to be true throughout all of your energy bodies, throughout all of your figure eights, and let it resonate fully in your physical body right now. Let it be your new home base. Let this be from where you actually operate from. God wins. And you, as an aspect of the divine, win also. And when you're ready, allow yourself to have a very big stretch with your body. And we'll come back. Yummalicious. Woo! That was very strong. Did you guys feel that? Oh, okay. I'm going to talk about a couple more things. So I'm going to give you a little survival guide. I know that we do not exactly know what the next 3 to 6 months is going to look like. I know that I have asked you from the very beginning to be educated as to what has really been running this globe so that you're not ignorant of the level of brainwashing and trauma that not only you're operating under, however, all your neighbors, all your family, and everyone else. And so if we think about empathy, when you have an education about crazy activities, satanic behaviors, Satan is like not as, N-A-T-A-S. So it's not as God. So you don't have to get all like weird about these names. You just have to get educated that it's likely not one thing you've ever been told was actually true. And the reason I want you to really consider that and understand that is that you will debunk, deprogram everyone around you by the resonance of your own light. Now, this is also a moment that I think people need to reach out to each other more than they may have before. A lot of us have been isolated, and there's a massive programming going on the globe that we've just put something in that's going to detonate it. However, we need to be the pillars or the 5G towers, five fingers of God, where every time you see people masked up or sadly in reaction to even being close to you, hold the frequency and vibration that disintegrates. When you are suffering, being in service always heals it. I don't know anything else that does it faster. One of the ways I've survived this outrageous journey of fighting off the bad guys to make sure we have this food bank is that every time I was really suffering, I would just go do sessions on people. I wasn't faking it. I wasn't falsifying. I was tuning into another lane that was fully alive when my human self was having a hard frequency moment, was having a time that lost faith, that lost hope, that lost inspiration. It's unrealistic to think that you're not going to hit that. When you give up your dominion in God, no one on this call can understand what kind of a species you become. You can't understand it because you have connection to source. You can't understand what that type of entity, where they may have come from. Maybe they were trafficked as a child, so they're now brainwashed the whole time. What if you became a wave of compassion everywhere you go, and you understand that that person has played a role at some level in you finding freedom? I want to make that a formula. You're in human suffering. You're disconnected. You've lost your resource. You're not inspired. You're sad. You're any of those things. Number one, help someone else instantly. It'll change things, change your state. Number two, what if you began to go inside and you realize that all of these characters are inside of you, and you never had compassion for that person that chose, fame and fortune over family and love. And maybe they, we don't even know. Maybe they donated that part of their DNA when they were brainwashed or when they were, we don't know. Would it interest you to be utilized on a moment-to-moment basis because you have DNA in this field as a rainbow fountain at all times? And then here's the narcissistic part that's good. It builds your positive virtues. What if in that moment you're called on as a light worker the way you always known you were here to do? And even if you hold it by the skin of your teeth and your nails, hold on to that frequency. And in that moment, just remember these calls. What would angels say? Just say that and you'll hear something. Call on your angels. Call on, I say it for me because I'm in the physical, and oftentimes I give really good physical guidance on how to get yourself off that lane. And even if you remove yourself from the misery lane for 5 seconds, you've got a chance. The avalanche can't take you. However, I'm going to recommend in this next month that each and every person here reach out to a new person in their life or a friend they haven't seen and check in on them. And I'm going to ask you to be vulnerable and check in on yourself with somebody that you can trust or that you feel good with. I've not really said those things. I've said, let's do it to get through COVID. This is different. I would like to see everybody have more accountability with human resource, more connectivity on a day-to-day basis with the other resources out there that are actually looking for you. No one comes on these calls that isn't already a master and a leader. It's okay if you have amnesia to it. It's okay if you need time to, get your muscles strong. We're not going away. We're getting stronger. And let's just ask each day as you go to sleep, higher self, divine creator, I'm ready to awaken to the information that is relevant for me. I'm ready to see where my tribe is in the physical, and I'm ready to be part of a team because I am really amazing. And I'm ready to make sure that all of me gets utilized this lifetime, because I'm not going to leave this vessel and think, darn, I should have done more. You already know those lifetimes. You already know those senses. It's time to abandon those. Let's get together. Let's kick some ass. Let's have some fun. Let's turn ourselves on and let's start to party. Are we happy? Are we lifted? Are we reminded of the sacredness of our vessel? Are we willing and able to be the best version of ourselves each and every day? And will we come back together on 9/20/2020? Another portal. Ready? Aim. Let's all say I love you. Let's have a consistent rounding off of it. Everybody. Here we go.
I love you.
I love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
Love
Okay.
you.
Love
Love
you.
you.
Now,
Love
I'm
you.
going to say one more thing.
I love you. Love you, love you, love you.
Now I want everybody to go, you are incredible to each other right now.
You are
Incredible.
incredible.
You
are
incredible.
incredible. And you are incredible.
You're incredible.
Now we're going to go, yes,
You are
I
just
am.
incredible.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
I am.
I am.
Okay, feel the tingles. You guys, no more laziness. I'm going to go. I love you.